Good morning. I'm doing a video daily recap or daily report card today. I'd probably give myself a C overall in the day, maybe a B. I mean, profit wise, it was awesome, but I was a little jumpy. I traded GME, KOSS, and a little paper cut on ENTX just to try it later in the day. I had a couple fantasy orders out and stuff like that, but my lines never hit, so I never traded. So right now I'm just kind of, you see on the screen, I'm just kind of setting my lines, getting them ready, and I keep adjusting them. I do have LODE up. That gets changed to ENTX later in the day or later in the morning. I hope this is beneficial. I got some good feedback on the last video, and this one I just kind of wanted to show on, what happens when you hit your lines and what happens when you don't hit your lines. You don't trade anything. So let's just kind of let this start out a little bit. So this is kind of just wrapping up my morning, pre-market morning. I probably started recording it probably 6:30, and I just kind of cut most of that stuff out. And I know I'm getting closer where I'm going to take another jump here, and we're going to get closer to the open. Looks like it's about 9:10 on the screens right now. And then you'll see me actually put some fantasies orders in, and I'll kind of go over those. Really though, they just popped up. Look at they're there. Really, most of this is off the watch list. I mean, I had the same lines in my head, and then I compare it to on low hanging fruit. If Tom Diesel has them up, I compare it to that. And then when Alex comes out with his watch list, I look at my same things and say, okay, does it match up? When they match up right away, I have a lot more confidence in my trades. So it's just kind of a good benefit, and check with your tabs too. If you don't have a tab, get a tab. Because my tabs and I, we went through all this stuff. We talked about ENTX, ENVB. I was talking a lot about GME and KOSS, because I've already by this point taken a trade on GME, which will pop up here in a second, and I'll show you. But I mean, pretty simple. ENVB is a low-hanging fruit. I have a fantasy order out to hit at 550, at 475. And I might put a little more on after that, but my stop was 510, and I wasn't even going to look at this trade. It hits. If it doesn't, I just let it go. ENTX already went above my lines. I had, I thought of ENVB yesterday and all those ones that went up yesterday, and I said I'm probably not trading this. SIEB, same thing. I have lines out right now, or orders out right now of 7, 7.25, 7.5. Oh. There's the opening bell. And I take those orders off pretty quick because I just didn't have a good feeling. There's a pause here in the beginning. I don't really trade much or get any hits. I'm watching KOSS and I'm watching GME and AMC. Those were my main focuses right out of the bat. This morning. I've already had a trade on GME, which I'll go over later in this video, which kind of put me up for the day pretty well. But this is the open. Just basically sitting here and nothing's happening. I'm just kind of watching the action and getting a bunch of DMs. And I apologize, I couldn't fit GME on this screen. It's on a different one. I do show you at the end what it looks like, my trade. My best trade, though, today is KOSS. As I'm recording this, GME went through is back red. ENTX just bounced off VWAP as well, going back up. Interesting. What time is it? It's noon. Okay, back to the action. So as you see, none of my orders have hit. And I'm now considering, I'm watching the action on GME and AMC, and I'm thinking, okay, KOSS, KOSS is, I still like 28. There's my order. I'm feeling, I know I'm watching GME. It's also going up. I might already be in it, to be honest. And I'm still just watching. You look at ENTX, don't really like it. HESH didn't do anything, although I think it zombied later in the day. I still didn't touch it. Okay, so there's my first bullet on KOSS. I'm pretty interested. I'm pretty excited about the trade now. I'm going to add above, I think, 2 more bullet points. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, aren't I? My tabs and I, we are chatting. We're talking about SIEB. I'm talking about GME and KOSS. Got another tab that's talking about AMC. There, I hit it again, another bullet. Now, the next bullet hits, and I start getting a little nervous, thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to stop out. It's going to be one of those type of days. But I'm watching it and playing it with GME. And GME is going really, really well. So I'm pretty okay with this trade. And, you know, we could call it a low-hanging fruit as well. I mean, it is the second day. It got crushed yesterday with GME. So I'm still, 80% confident that this trade is going to go my way. Guess I should have put GME down here. I could have put it where, HGSH. I wanted a bigger screen for it. There we go. So I've got 3 bullets in. I will not put on another one. And I'm figuring out, okay, where's my first cover going to be? And you're going to see it come on here in a minute. And what I do is I do it to pay myself. I mean, that's really the bottom line, is I want to take some off, pay myself, get myself green on the trade, and then work it from there. Look at that ENTX go. That's still playing with people today, although it's right at VWAP right now at noon. Okay, I put a cover on at 2.6. As I'm putting it on KOSS 2.6 or 2.801, you might say, well, that's break even. No, it isn't, because I have a lot more size on higher up. I always start my first order down low. The first order is less shares. So this is already a very nice trade. And I took sorry guys. And I just took a little bit off. Just want to get paid. Always like to start out a little green, right? But I'm feeling good because GME is going really well right now too. And now it just starts tanking. And I'm thinking, I don't have any covers on, or where am I gonna start taking out? Usually I have this already set up and saying these are where I'm gonna pay myself. But man, KOSS and GME, they just move so fast and they're such higher dollar values. I'm a little more cautious with it. Ooh, ENTX now dropped below VWAP. That's something to consider here in a little bit, maybe. Okay, KOSS, there it is. So I have another order at 275, right? Most of my shares were at 29. Okay, so what is that, $1.50? That's a nice little trade, right? Well, how long did that take? 4 minutes? I'm widening out, just take a look, because I still have shares on. I'm thinking, okay, where can I add? kinds of things beeping at me today. Oh, dog's gonna start barking. No, no, Musa. That was GME covering that art. So, and I'll pull that screen down here in a little bit, and I'll show you where my trades were. But that is I'm covering GME there. On GME, I was a bit, that thing swings so much, and I loved Alex's chart and Tom Diesel's charts today. They were amazing, but it is just, it just swings. And yeah, maybe I could have sized down even more, but I can't complain. I had a great green day, but I left, and you'll see, I left so much meat on the trade at the end. A little frustrating, but that's all the mentality, right? It's all in your head. So I set my last little cover at 27. I thought that was a good spot. I was still thinking about, okay, where would I get back in this? But it's getting close to 10 o'clock as well. I like to be wrapped up with most of my morning trades by 10:15. Look at ENTX, just zombieing up. It's really not zombie hour, it's just moving up. I'm so glad I didn't trade that, and when I did, it was so small. I'll show you the trade. It was just with one of my tabs, hey, let's try it. I said, all right. So I put a little bit on, tight stops. See, I'm getting antsy already. I'm up for the morning, and I can tell, even by the way my mouse moves, is I want to get out of KOSS. I don't want to give money back, And that's where that discipline and having confidence in your trade that helps you stay there longer. I have to work on that quite a bit. Oh, you might hear a trade. So there I am. I'm hitting the 27. It's going to hit a couple times and just bounce off it. GME is back through red to green. It's hilarious. What a piece of shit stock. Whoops. Probably shouldn't say that on here, right? Oh my goodness. What's horrible? Oh. All right, sorry. So I still have some at 27. That's my final cover, I believe, and I'm still in my head thinking maybe I add some on a bounce. You don't really get much. I think later they do, but I'm done by then. Okay, so I'm all out of my KOSS trade. I can't complain. Majority of it I covered at 27. What can I say? Does it go down further? Yeah, it rejects a little bit, but I can't complain about that. You'll see me now start taking a bunch of orders off of stuff too, I think. Let me make sure I'm still recording correct. Yep. Let me just mute you for a second. Here's also what's great about having a tab is I'm up big for the day, and KOSS is there, and we're discussing back and forth, and I'm in my head wanting to get back in. And you see now I'm taking my orders off. Here's what my tabs did. They talked me out of. They said, you are up big, close up and be done. And this is the same thing with, Alex told me yesterday, is you're up, take it and run. You get greedy, that's when you get burned, and that's what usually happens with me. Even though I missed a ton of things, it doesn't matter. It's, again, it doesn't take that much doing this to make your money in a year. So hopefully here, it looks like I have one more thing. I probably could have deleted some of this, but I kind of wanted to show you where I stopped and I took my orders off. Look at that, see costs again. It's going to go to, but it doesn't matter. In your head, you can play that, and you're being an armchair quarterback, right? Doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I hope this is loud. Oh yeah, it is loud enough this time. Good. Hope you guys will be able to hear me this time. I know the last time was a little quiet. That must be my, I don't have a trade in right now. That must have been my GME cover right there. So I'm covered GME and I'm out. I must have had a little bit left on. I knew I did. Obviously, I'm typing. Oh, I had some left on costs. I apologize, everyone. I should probably delete that and start over and make it like I planned, right? Look at that. I did have some out there. 26 was my cover. Look at that. See, I should do this live, but I'm talking and doing other stuff with my tabs and stuff, and music is going. So I don't really, and you don't want to hear me swearing at the screens. Come on, hit it. What a trade. I got to be honest. I mean, that's $3, guys. That's a good effing trade. All right, just hold on. I'm typing. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to bring in, you're going to slide in my GME chart. We'll try to go over it pretty quick. I think we got it up here for about a minute. Here we go. So I know I don't have my thing, but early morning at about 8:30, I took a trade at 250 on the down. So I hit the backside as it's going down. I covered that trade. Oops, I'm taking a picture of it right now. I covered that trade at 248, half of it, so $2, and the rest at 246 for what, another $2 on that, so $4. So I'm way up for the day. Then I go back and I take the same line. I know Alex was saying scale in. That was just too much for me. I wanted to hit the backside. Oh no, that was fast. Well, I hit 250 and what? It went down to here. Let me look at my my trades. GME. So it went from 250 and I sold at 222, and that's what that last little bit was. Boy, that was pretty quick. I apologize. So I mean, I got what, $28 or 28 points on that trade. It's pretty solid. So that's kind of why I packed it in and I didn't do anything else for the rest of the day. This is my little trade on ENTX. It was just with a tab. He wanted to do it, so I had two lines out, 525, 550, and I think I took a stop like at 5. Let me look and visualize it before it pops up. 583, I bet you, is where I put it. Yeah. Oh, 82. All right, sorry guys, I got that that out. So, it just moved around. I think I cut this and tried to just go to the end. The bottom line is, I got some on at 525. I end up, I wanted to get out at 555, recover some. I thought it would wash out. It didn't. I took the 550, adding shares at 550 off, and I actually moved my stop to 538. So I took a 0.13 loss on it. Obviously didn't affect my day. And what I will do is I will share my charts as well in the daily recap. But I'm just probably going to share the charts. This is going to be my daily recap today. I would give myself, you look at the P&L, right, and you say A, but it wasn't an A. I followed my lines very well in KOSS. I think that was an A trade. I could have added maybe a couple times. ENTX, I would give that an A trade. I tried. I had my ideas. My ideas didn't pan out, and I covered it very quickly. The GME, my entries were an A, but again, it moved so much. There was a little bit of an oh shit moment in there, when I was in it. Even the second time, the first time, and I already was up on the first time. So I caught a ton of the move. However, it was still a C. If I would have traded it properly just by lines and adding and getting out, that trade would have been like an Alex trade. I still use less slides, but it would have been a really, really good trade. So I'd probably give myself a C on it, even though it was probably the most profitable trade the last 2 days. It still was probably a C. So that kind of just really wraps it up. I'll kind of just let this finish out. I'll take that 550 order off here pretty quick. I really, traded two tickers, really. You put the third in there, ENTX. It was a good day. I'm getting this done fast. I got things coming in. Oh, I did trade a little ENTX here in the afternoon. A little early. It's not 1:30, but I'm in the money again. And you know what? I think I'm just going to take it and end my day and get this video done and just be done with the day. I don't even know why I traded, to be honest. Because it was there. See, Alex is right. That's why you walk away. Get done at 10:30 and walk away. Just close everything up. Or find something else to do. You don't need to be sitting here all day. It's silly. Let me tell my tabs I traded. Okay, see, there's my stop out, 538. I'm done wrapping it up. That's about it for the day, guys. I hope you enjoy this. Hope it helps. Talk to you later.